been such a good girl.
Have I been a good girl?
Valentine's, there are some of us who have a little gift for you. You don't have to open your cards now. You can open them later. But you have to open the bag.
Uh-oh.
I'll hold it and you look in there. Now, Ron made this for you. You know, he's become quite the little
getting very
milliner.
talented.
Yes, he is.
I love it.
Oh, I think we have some paper on there.
Oh my gosh.
Glue is everywhere.
He's got Velcro so I can fit it. Shall I leave the paper in? Okay, get ready, get ready. Oops.
I see. If you have to take the paper out, that's fine.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell Ron thank you.
You can take the paper
I
out
love this band. Nobody will mistake. They won't mix me up with Rachel or anything like that. Or Paula. They'll know. They'll know it's me. Oh no.
We have another gift. What a nice day.
This is just a happy day gift.
A happy day gift. This is funny. From the three of you? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Here's the card.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. This is like this is too glitzy here. Oh, it's in a box. Oops.
You got it?
I'm getting worried if this is going to become the thing and I get something different to wear every show, huh?
Well, what would be wrong with that?
Well, it could be pretty cool. It's purple. It's purple. I could sew a lot of quilts on this. Look at this, guys. Baby Lock, eat your heart out. For the purple in all of us, happiness is a purple sewing machine. Aww. Wow, I better get permission from Baby Lock to sew on this. It's got a foot pedal.
Oh my gosh. It probably doesn't work very fine.
Does it work? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Eleanor, this is for you and your granddaughter Ellie and her dolly. I'm hoping that maybe you'll do a cooking session with them.
A cookie session.
A cooking, one of your cooking sessions.
A cooking session. Is that cute? Look
All
at
you have to do
look
is
at
pull it.
Look at this. This is a riot. Oh my, the spoon. It says to Eleanor from Joan. Oh my God.
That's for the dolly.
You were really busy. Oh my gosh.
That's for Ellie. And this
And
one's
that's
for you.
me. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
And I made them all before I went to Hawaii.
Oh, they're adorable.
Except I sewed your pocket down accidentally.
You sewed
So
my pocket.
it's sort of a pocket, but you can only go in halfway.
Oh my gosh. That is very cute. Very cute. Very cute. Thank you, everybody. That's too much. So now we have to put my purple sewing machine on display with my aprons, and my hat is gone.
Your hat on?
You'll have to help me get it on.
I took one of the things out.
Take some tissue out.
Yeah.
And we're just about ready to start the show. I don't think that's how she meant it to be.
I was going to say you should kick off on the cooking sharing.
Okay.
That's better.
Is that better? It's more comfortable too. How can I do a lesson seriously after all of this? Oh my goodness sakes alive, huh? Well, finally, happy Valentine's Day. This is too much fun. Happy Valentine's Day. And I have to show you, this is the present from my sweetie. This is what he gave me. And are you ready? And see, this is the Ooh La La tea towel just for Valentine's Day, huh? She looks like she's ready, huh? Do you believe they did risque things like that? Ooh la la. Push it up there. And I found this Valentine, and I just thought it was so sweet. It just said, Valentine greetings to mother and father. Is that fun? Look. And it says, you're the world's dearest couple. I know that is true. As a couple of parents, you're the world's finest too. And Valentine greetings could never convey the love and good wishes you're getting today. But look, it's signed by Carl Jr. A son bought it for his parents. Isn't that sweet?
Maybe it was the hamburger guy.
Oh, no. It's just so much fun. Too much fun. Well, you'll never guess. Now that we have had all that fun, did you like your coffee and your cookie? Cool. So guess what the block is today? No, the coffee cup. The coffee cup. Did the patterns come? No. They didn't even give you a pattern? Okay. So I'm going to put up this is, guess what size coffee cup this one is? Guess what size? 12-inch. Of course, it would be 12-inch. And I had so much fun, I couldn't stop. So I did another one. My pins are kind of all in the way, huh? Thank you, Teresa. Cute? Very big. And this is an original pattern by Kansas City Star. And did you take that original pattern, Orion?
No, I gave it to you.
Oh, it was on my table. So you can, so now you guys are into embellishment. So you can go ahead and put a little doily on like this one. That's really cute. You like that one? You like the doily? And I tried. You love the doily. Now you guys get to dig and find all your things. That one's really fun. And this one piece wasn't quite right, but I thought it'd be really cute if it was like on a tabletop. Oh, yeah. A little tabletop, and that would be fun. So we're kind of debating about the little handle. So there's two sizes of handles. So it's kind of like you get to do the size you want, but I know you'll do what you want anyways, right? So I did a smaller handle bias, and Teresa actually did a larger one. So what do you think? Which one? You like the larger one? Ooh, I lost my, okay. Ah, okay. So this one, that's a larger handle or a smaller handle? Larger? When I did this one, Teresa said, Elle, the students are never going to be able to make a little one like that. You'll never get your finger in there, huh? So it's just really cute. You said that, didn't you? Sounds like a challenge. Or look at this one. You could put, is that cute? With like that, you could put. So I think you need to do a background, a different color. If you want to do like a white doily, or if you do white background, do like a table and put a doily in like that. Fun? Cute? Well, since our patterns didn't show up, Teresa and I are going to cook for you. We're going to cook for you. So let's see how we are doing. No patterns? She's going to look for them. Okay, so I'm going to be the coffee lady, and Teresa gets to be the cookie lady. Did you get a cute little Valentine? Yes. Did you open it? Yes. Well, the cookie recipe is in there. Did you like the cookie? Yes. Oh, cool, you guys. That's fun. So now,
Just plug it in.
oh, you just plugged it in? Uh-oh, it's not hot. Okay, so
You guys smile.
we're gonna smile. I get to do the coffee. So my favorite coffee, I have to wait now. The coffee is not, didn't get plugged in. So I really like to use a French press. Yes, a French press. Have you all seen a French press? Oh my goodness, I like to get up and wire myself right off the bat, first thing in the morning. And this is your recipe. So anyhow, I'm going to take the French press apart. It's basically a glass canister with the little mesh strainer on the bottom, and you just press it in there. Okay, so how are you going to make coffee? Now we must plug this in. This is the first time I ever did this. Coffee beans, fresh, yes, fresh coffee beans. And so I have a coffee grinder. You should always grind your beans fresh. Don't freeze your beans. Keep them in an opaque container. And so I'm just going to measure some out here. And so I figured out two scoops of this is going to really do me good for the day. But if you measure, if you actually measure, do you guys measure? You need to have 2 tablespoons per cup of coffee. Okay? So now I'm going to put it in and grind it. And so just leave it coarse. The finer you do it, the stronger your coffee. Ooh, that looks good, huh? How's that? That looks good.
Spike your coffee, Eleanor?
Do I what?
Spike your coffee.
Not at all. This is all natural. Okay, this is good, except that I don't have any. Oh, my water is getting hot. It's getting hot. I like it. Okay, so I know that 2 scoops of this is exactly what I want for like a big mug full of hot water. It's boiling. It's boiling. I'm getting very excited. So I'm just going to put it right in the bottom, just like this, kind of shake it out. Get your fingers stirred around. I'm trying to be Julia, but I guess I'm not very good. Okay, so that's really good. And this should get hot and boil. And I'm just going to put a little in there just to kind of soak it. Just kind of soak it and stir it around. Use plastic. Don't want to break your canister. Okay, that's good. It's kind of like playing in the dirt. I like that. That was really fun. And now I think it's boiling. Yes? Not yet. It will be hot enough, huh? Okay, so it's steaming. It's steaming. It's got to boil. So then you just pour your hot water in here. I'm connected to a cord. Oh, I know that's just right. Okay, it's got to seep. Put your cover on. And slide the plunger in. Just don't touch the coffee or it'll cool it off. I need my coffee cup. There's my mug. I was waiting for that.
So
Thank
Eleanor,
you.
how did you know how much water to put in?
Because I've made it many times.
Oh.
Okay, this is just what I need for 1 cup, but I think the whole one would be like about, I don't know, it's 4 cups, I think. Okay, so it's seeping, it's getting strong, it's getting strong. And so, are you ready to take the plunge?
Plunge.
Plunge. Ah. Ooh. And now it's finally boiling. Okay, you can pull the coffee pot out now. Okay, so let's see if I like it. So, you ready? So you can let it sit and just seep for like up to 4 minutes if you want. Oh, this is perfect. Oop, and don't put the little stuff on the bottom. That's not good. Ooh.
You can smell it from here.
Can you smell it?
Yes.
That's very good. So what do you think? So now all you have to do is add water. or add cream or sugar. And it's perfect. And may I have a little cream, please? Thank you. All right, that's the French press, and Teresa's going to show you how to make the cookies. You want to see how to make the cookies? Yes. She's going to make the cookies while I sew for you. Right. So all she did was she put in a pound of butter and a cup of sugar. A pound of butter and a cup of sugar. And did I say eggs? No, no eggs. This is in your little envelope that you got, your little Valentine that you got. And so now she has to just whip it. Whip it. Whoa.
There you go. Out is. Out is.
We're not ready for prime time. We tried so hard. Thank you. Okay, Teresa, so now she's going to do two things. I think I'm going home. You know what? I went to a little lecture in the library on Saturday, and it was about an author, and he said, this is the best tip I can give you if you want to be an author. I'm going, yes? Do what you know best. Forget cooking. All right, so now Teresa's going to do two more things. She's going to add a teaspoon of almond and a cupful of ground almond. She's going to take her, yeah, cream. She's going to add a teaspoon of almond, 4 cups of flour, and 1 cup of ground almond. And she has another grinder that's just for grinding almonds. No coffee. Okay? Okay, so Teresa, are you good?
I'm good, I think.
So do you want to see? Do you want to see how to make the cup, or is it too noisy? Orion?
It works. When Eleanor told me to do these last night, I said, oh well. It works really. Look how fine that is.
Do you,
It works.
it works.
Well.
It works.
I don't
Do you,
have a cup measurement, so I have to put it in.
just make it up.
I think it
So Teresa, do you know why I know? Okay, because I made about 200 cookies the other day. And now a teaspoon of, that's red dye, get almond. Almond.
There's the almond.
Almond.
And 1 teaspoon of it.
1 teaspoon. Wow. 1 teaspoon almond. Whoa. 4 cups of flour. Are you remembering? It's on the recipe. You have the recipe. 4 cups of flour.
The creamier the butter is, the better it is to roll it, right?
Well, the butter has to be room temperature. Don't make that mistake.
And don't put
Room temperature. Yeah, don't microwave it. Set it out the night before, but get it room
1
temperature.
cup. Look the grind of the almond.
See?
See?
Like flour. It's not fun like we're having. And look at these. Marie loaned me these. Aren't they cute? They're really cute. I started out with my Aunt Edna's cookie cutter, but this is better. This goes better. This goes really fast, yeah. Or actually, I should have given you guys the little cookies, because now I think you've all had too much sugar. I know when my grandchildren have too much sugar. They're wired, yeah, it's too much fun. Okay, so now, Teresa, get that all mixed up. And then she is going to roll it out. She's going to be real quiet. She's going to roll it out on her board. Make sure you flour your rolling pin and flour your board. And I found this tool is the handiest tool to use because you're only supposed to roll it 1/4 inch thick. See? There's my 1/4 inch line. And that's what I used. I rolled out my dough and I measured my thickness.
Is that a quilt in the day ruler?
This is a quilt in the day tool. No, we didn't manufacture it. Very handy when you do your cookies. 1/4 inch thick. Did you hear that? Oh, you putting? Are you putting a little bit of red dye?
A little bit of red dye. That's enough.
Okay.
There.
Okay. Are you nearly ready to be quiet?
Almost.
So, we're going to first thing that you really need to do is thank you. First thing you need to do is make your little template for your handle, and your handle pattern's on page 4. See your handle pattern on page 4. And all you have to do is make a photocopy of your handle pattern. What's this? Obviously, I didn't bring a copy to my table.
Why don't you just trace it?
Oh, that would be way too hard. So just smear glue all over your pattern. This is like the cartoon show now. This glue. And then just take your template plastic and rub it down and cut on the line. Wasn't that easy?
That works.
It's better if you make a pattern, but since I didn't come to the table with a pattern. And look at this. We have our pattern. That was fast. That was fast. That was really fast. Okay, now we're going to get serious. Okay, we've got our handle, and we're going to have this little piece of fabric. For the big one, it's 7 inches square. Do you see that? Oh, handy dandy 6 by 12 ruler, 45-degree line. But you have to flip it over and line up the 45-degree line along the left side. Yep, right? Okay, so make a cut. Make your bias cut. Take this. Get rid of it. Perfect. Okay, so see now I'm on the bias, and then you go, and what size is my strip going to be? It says 1.5, right? 1.5 by 8 inch. Bias. Down in the bottom. Bias strip. Take this. Get rid of it. Whoops. Now you guys know after the show I crawl around and pick it all up. Yes. Okay, so now we're just going to go over to page 5. I'm going to take this, and this is the tricky part. This is what I love. We are not turning this right side out. I can't stand doing that. So we're going to just do it right side out. Did I say that right? Okay, but usually you do it the other way, right? Like this. And then you turn it. Well, you're going to take your wrong sides and just squeeze it. Your right side is out, and I said, okay, we're just sewing 1/8 of an inch seam, okay? 1/8 of an inch on the bias strip. And finally, I'm sewing. What are you doing, Teresa? Look at her. She's kneading. It's not bread, Teresa, it's cookies.
It needs to be mixed so I can
Did I make you get quiet? Too fast? All right. So I just did 1/8 of an inch seam. so that I don't have to trim it right now, okay? So, and now inside your handy dandy Valentine is the cutest little gift ever. Open it up. There's a stick. A stick. And I need the fat one. Can I have the fat one? And is my iron hot? Oh, it's hot. I can't wait. Ah. This is a special stick. It's 5/8 of an inch wide. So all I'm going to do is just stick it in. Ah, ooh. And I have my seam centered. Is that cool or what? Yeah. And then all you have to do is just press your seam to the middle. Ah. So we have it done halfway. So then you have to take it out and you have to do it the other way. Interesting, huh? In my wild moment, I thought this up. And then Orion and Cindy told me that they bought me bias strips to sell, bias bars. So if you would like to give me back your fat little sticks and purchase these, you can do that at Quilt in a Day. But they're really handy. But isn't that fun? Isn't that easy to do? And wait till what do you think the little skinny one is for? And those were a gift from Starbucks. Okay, now this is the coolest thing that I learned. I went to Starbucks and they gave you those little stir sticks for the little 6-inch. Okay, this is the coolest trick I learned. So we have to sew that little handle on the curve, right? Right. Okay, so you need lots of steam. I'm going to get my steam going, okay? But take your little bias strip and just turn it around. Press it on the curve. Press it on a curve just about like your handle. And then it's easier to lay down. Thank you. Mark that down. That's the best thing I learned.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
When you're doing that, is there a reason why you don't open the seam?
Because I thought that would be just a terrible pain. Okay. That's the only reason why. Huh? It's good. Measure it, Teresa.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. 1/4 of an inch. Let's see. Perfect. Very handy. Oh, too much fun. Okay, so now we're going to take our handle. Okay, this is our cup. That looks good. It's a nice big rectangle, huh? Lay it out like this. This is what we're going to do, but we got to put our handle here, right here. So first I want to take and fold my side background piece in half and just crease it like that. Ta-da! And then there's a line on the template. Line up the template, the line on it with the fold. Good so far? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, and so now let's just go ahead. I would use a pencil, but you guys wouldn't see that. So this is the line. To line it up inside the line or outside the line. What's your choice? Look at this. Okay, see, you can go like this. Woo! See how it just about fits? Look at that. Is that cool? See, you could do it. That looks kind of big, huh? Or do you want to move it in on the inside or part way in the middle? I'm going to do it in the middle like that, just like that. Okay, and Sue promised me pins, but I do not see one single pin. There's pins on the board behind me, lots of them. Of course. Could you use the new glue? Cindy, do we have that new fabric glue? I bet we do.
What about that?
Nah. The lapel stick. You know what is so funny? I'm just thinking that this is for making a template. I didn't even think about this. Okay, let's start all over again. Forget pins. No pins. Put glue. Benjamin is here. But he was banned. I said that you ladies really liked him. Okay, let's see if this glue works. Okay, so, woo, it works good. Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Probably why you sell it.
This is really cool stuff. That was good. That was really good. I really like this. And we sell it here. Huh? Okay, so now all I'm going to do is just flip my coffee cup. Oh, turn the page. Okay, turn the page. You should sew that down, but we're just going to go on. We're going to flip this coffee cup and side background. Cut off the ends. That was plenty. Get rid of that. Okay, now the little handle was the only thing that we do with the 1/8-inch seam. Everything else is 1/4 of an inch now. Okay? Good. All right. Petals. Look, our cup is nearly done. No. Oh, no. Not time yet. I meant this seam was nearly done. I'm just so excited that we're finally sewing. That we're finally sewing. All right, one more seam. This is the easy part, but this is the part that you really need to check. Okay, so we're making a 12-inch block. That is the finished size. So what size should this row measure right now? 12.5. You got it. That's what's going to be the really tricky part. And I'm just starting to figure out, I need to tell you these things so you don't make the whole block and in the end it doesn't fit. That's good, right? Yeah. So that's adorable. And now I'm going to make sure I press the seam towards the cup. And measure it. Do, 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 do. And it says to measure it right then and there. It says to take your background strip, which is going to be the top of the cup, which is 12.5 inches. Just measure it and see. Ooh, what do you think? Looks really good, huh? Looks good. Perfect. Okay, so you need to figure out your seam allowance so that measures exactly the same. All right, so I'm just going to turn it, and that's the top of the cup. And now we want to put the bottom of the cup right here. This is the cup, and this is the cup bottom. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yes. Cool. No? Not yet. This is the bottom of the cup. This is the cup bottom. This is this part. Oh. The bottom of the cup. And I'm doing the 12-inch, so this should be 2 by 8. Let's look and see. That looks right. 2 by 8. And then on the little sides, we have 2 inches wide. And how long are they? 4 3/8. Okay, so this is going to be template free. So go up to the top of the page. Now we're going to just do some marking. And I'm going to mark in 1 3/8 inch from the end. I found this funky ruler. I hope it works. I hope the measurements are good. So I'm measuring in 1 3/8. 1, 2, 3. And that 3/8 is right on the end. And I'm just going to put a little mark right there. Okay? And then I'm going to move over here. And I'm also going to measure in 1 3/8, 1, 2, 3/8, and put a little mark there. Can you see that? Go along here, 1 3/8, 1, let me see. Okay. And up at the top of the background, I'm going to also measure how much?
1 3/8.
Yay! Draw. I'm going to just line up my ruler from that mark down to the corner. Okay? And I'm going to cut a triangle off. Yes? Got it? Go to the next one. This is the bottom of the cup. Cut. All right. Take that away. And now that's going to go right there. Right? Makes sense? Good. So I want to know who the virgins are, and they're going, what is she doing right now? This is a great technique. What do you think? You don't have to draw. You don't have to cut templates. So take this. You've got 4 little triangles to get rid of. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gone! You guys, that's really cute. Okay, so now the next illustration is really good. And this is going to be the best. So you flip these right sides together, and this is what's the tricky part. You have to let a 1/4 inch along here, straight down a 1/4 inch, but it's like 3/8 of an inch on this side. See these little tips? You get to let your tips hang out on both sides. Got it? Okay, so now this is the hint. This is the hint of the century, okay? This is how you figure out what you're supposed to do. If you just draw a 1/4 inch seam line, I put my 1/4 inch line on the raw edge, and I'm just drawing a line. Because what you want to do is you want to make sure that you line up that seam with the top of that piece. Do you see that right there? And you have the same tip at the top and the bottom, and look over here. You want to just line that up perfectly. And is Orion close?
I think you did that one crooked.
Did it crooked? The line is crooked? You are absolutely right. I did the line crooked. I really messed up, but now if I do it again. Okay, so if you can get that technique, and you see where the stitches start right there? If you can get your pieces lined up just like that, when you open them up, they're going to be a straight line. We think. So, now you'll have to pay me $100 just for that tip. Because that will save you so much time. It'll get you out of the building. Yeah, so now just sew a 1/4 inch seam and turn it around on the other side. Yes, let's slide it up there, get it all lined up. Okay, Ryan, see how I have that? That little tip just goes right out to the outside edges. It's going to be perfect. Go! Oh, so Teresa took the, look what she did. She abandoned her workstation. She went to wash her hands. She's got the cutest cookies all in a row. And I told her that when you do your cookies, it's just like you cut your fabric up and down, so you don't waste anything.
Oh, Cindy, that's very
So what I'm doing is diverting your attention just in case this isn't an absolutely straight line. Okay? I get to look first. Oh, you can show them that one. Let us see. Ooh. See, it's good. It's very good. Very good. Okay, now this is the thing. This is the bottom of the cup, right? We want it to curve in. Now it's another one of those crazy things, matching fabric. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to do your 1/4 inch lines again. So right here we're gonna match the bottom of the cup. So I'm gonna put a little mark right there. Can you see that? there, and a little 1/4 inch mark here, right here, ta-da! And if we're going to flip this right sides together, we have to mark the 1/4 inch lines on the wrong side of the bottom of the cup. And your paper tells you all of that, okay? So, and I'm just marking on the seams. Can you see that? I need those pins. What did I do? What was I thinking? I threw those pins on the floor. Okay, so now a crooked one will be just fine. Don't get worried about it. I'm going to put a pin right through there and right through there underneath. Okay, and I'm going to squeeze my little crooked pin together. Squeeze it together. It's already bent. It's already going around. Okay, and then over in the other side, I'm going to put it right through that little 1/4 inch mark. Is Orion doing good video? Yes. Okay, and we're doing right through like that. And just line it up, squeeze it, and see how that's all going to fit right through there. And the ends should fit. Good, let's see. Let's see. This is going to go good. Okay. So, now, hold your tongue just right. I have a little extra. A little extra, but that's better. It's better to have some left over than not enough, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out my pin right then and there. Just remember, while I'm doing this, I'm talking and carrying on. So let's just see.
Is that an excuse?
Yeah. Just in case. My little crooked pin really did affect me here. I probably need straight ones. Okay, so now let's see. We're going across. We're going across. Right where we stitch, line up on the ends. And don't look.
You were sewing under adverse conditions.
Ooh. Okay, wait and see. Set the seam. Yes, Teresa. Open. And look. Nice. Is that nice?
Show me at a different angle.
Is that nice? Are you impressed? You'd be happy with that? You would be really happy. But those little tricks that I just taught you are what's really important, okay? So now all I have to do is one more line. We have to get the saucer on, right? Okay, the saucer is exactly the same way, but this time the saucer is a lot longer, and these are the little end pieces. Teresa, how are you doing?
I'm good. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next.
You're supposed to put your cookies in the oven.
Teresa, use the oven that's in the front door.
Oh, that's
That's a good one.
yeah.
We will have to cut that in later, Eric. That'd be really funny.
We
That
have
would-
an oven.
We do have an oven. We do.
Yeah.
2 5/8.
Can I get rid of these for the next show?
We have to bake them. We have to knead them for tonight. Okay, I'm hurrying along, you guys. Now you have to turn the page. Okay, did you turn the page? And now I'm changing my angle because it's definitely different on the bottom. Can you see that angle is really steep? Very steep, huh? Very steep. And how much did I mark in? 2 5/8. It's a very steep angle. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. There. Look at that. And you are going to do exactly the same technique all over again. And
Now, I have a question. Why
Yes?
don't you just mark it and sew it first and then trim afterwards?
I don't think that would work. How could you couldn't do that. I tried that. I did try that. Because you don't know how far to go over here. Well, we will try that later, Orion. How about that? I did try that the very first time I did it, but it just wasn't nice. And this is just falling off. And let me slide this over. And let me slide this over. And so now you do the strip on the top and the strip on the bottom. Ta-da! Is that cute? Very, very cute. Very, very cute. And I'm going to, how about this little blue? I think I did that whole thing just for that. Isn't that cute? I love the blue on this. I love the red. I just thought it was really fun. And then just square off the sides. If it's not quite 12 and a half, just trim it off on the sides. And you're done. Very good. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we did the coffee cup. Do you believe we're moving on to another one? Yes. The picture of the quilt, Elizabeth, I'm working on it still. It's still a moving target, but it's nearly done. Can I give it to you? Actually, the month that I want to show you, the very center, is April. So next month you might see it, but you won't have the pattern for the center. There's a reason I'm doing the center in April. Can you hold on? Yeah. Can you wait? Yeah, you can barely stand it. Yeah. Well, you guys were so good with last year's. Everybody that's looking at the new book with all of your quilts in the back are so impressed at how creative you all were and what you did. So you'll get it. You'll get it. It'll be just fine. All right. We're done with coffee cup, right? Yes. Okay, and you get it, you can do it, and share it next week. Oh, Teresa brought me the cutest thing, and Teresa's cooking the cookies. Okay, so did you see the quilt that's up here on the wall? Huh? Good. Well, Andy's really did this one in a book called Dutch Windmill. How many of you have ever seen Dutch Windmill? Dutch Windmill. And it comes, you can buy fusibles with it. Well, but Anne confessed. She is Dutch, but she said she couldn't even touch a raw chicken. So, turn the page. Another name for Dutch Windmill is Hearts and Gizzards. Hearts and Gizzards. No. She said, I'm not going to cook that, but I don't really think I will cook it. We're all ready for you. Hearts and Gizzards, but it's too fun. So hearts and gizzards are from what animal? Chickens, from a chicken. A turkey, right? And some of you make turkey stuffing. I did cook it yesterday, but I didn't know it would take us so long. But look. Here is what I did on Saturday. We cooked hearts and gizzards. It was really fun. That stick doesn't look good coming right out of it. Pull it out. Ooh. This is all that's left. Brian and I gobbled it up. Hearts and gizzards. And it's in the refrigerator in my container. And tell Melissa it's time. Okay. It's anyhow. It's I said I called it an organ, but the hearts are little. It's really good. Well, what happened? The hearts and gizzards were named by Ruth Finley, and Ruth Finley wrote a book in 1929 called Patchwork Quilts and the Women Who Make Them. And what she did was she drove all around the countryside, and if she saw a quilt hanging out on the line, she would knock on their door and ask the people about their quilt, and they would tell her. And so it was very typical in the Depression era, 1929, 1933. Hearts and gizzards was the only meat the families could afford. Yeah, and Chris is shaking her head. Have you had lots of hearts and gizzards? Lots of hearts and gizzards. Well, you're very lucky because we have the pressure cooker here and we were going to make it. But look at the time. We'll never be able to do it. Are you sad? And we were going to put it on a little tray and pass it around with a toothpick and have each one of you taste it. But you got your cookies instead, your heart cookies. Better idea? Well, another name for it is springtime blossoms. Is that beautiful? Springtime blossoms. Springtime blossoms. And what I was going to have Teresa do, but she just ran out of time, was totally make this quilt using all these little pieces. Each time the flower was going to change. But you see, she ran out of time. But see how it was going to go? Whoops, that wasn't going to go there. That was background, huh? Back. But anyhow, yeah, I don't know what she was going to do. I don't know what she was doing here. But anyhow, it's a very cute block. And I want to show you. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of these and pull out the hearts and gizzards. And I don't know where they are. Oh, yes, I do. Do you mind if I change my hat?
Go for it.
Okay. It's time for hearts and gizzards. Is that good? Is that better? Is that cute? Very cute. Is that cute?
Yes.
And look at this one. This is Teresa's out of the batik. Okay, I'm going to put this one right up here like that. There's that one. Very pretty. Isn't it pretty? And then this one out of batiks. It's really easy because it is just two different colors. Like the muslin and then a medium or a dark. It's very, very cute. So fun. Oh. The rooster. Be my Valentine. Oh. And these are your gizzards. And your heart. Very good. Thank you. You're very good. You're very kind to me. Thank you for coming and wishing me happy Valentine's Day. Isn't this sweet? Do we have a little dance for them? Did you bring our little son with you? Oh.
Are we going to get to see the chicken dance?
Thank you. Pardon me? Oh, that's a secret. They're getting paid really well, though. Oh my gosh, this is too crazy. Don't worry, it won't be like this every month. Oh, you're liking it? Okay, cool. So we're going to do hearts and gizzards, which is also known as Dutch windmill or springtime blossoms. There's like all of these different names. Okay, so turn the page. We're going to do this quick, okay? Or maybe not so quick. But it's a pretty block, huh? And don't worry, it's not hard. So, it's not hard. There are two different sizes of triangle pieced squares. There's two different sizes of triangle pieced squares, And the large one is the gizzard. Where's my gizzard? The gizzard! She said she tried. She's actually a design major in real life. Yeah, the gizzard, and I had a picture. And then the second size square becomes the heart. This is the heart. So I do not know how they ever arrived at these things as hearts and gizzards, but anyhow, that's what they're called. So the very first one for the 12-inch block where it says making large squares, this one is 7 1/4. It is a background and the medium or the dark. Right sides together, draw the diagonal line, and then just sew 1/4 inch on both sides, right? Okay, and then the second one, this is for the hearts. It's smaller, it's 5 1/2 inches square, 2 pieces, right sides together, draw the diagonal line, and sew a 1/4 inch seam. Good? Okay, so then we're going to take and we're going to cut them in half on both, on the diagonal line. Okay? 1, okay, and now we have 2. Very perky. Very perky. That's the gizzards. And then, don't worry, I'm very careful. Okay, and then the second one, and this is the hearts. Okay, now, you need 2 different size rulers to square these up, and it's kind of different. So for the large square, the ruler that you need is called the 9 1/2 inch triangle square up ruler. We're going to square this piece up to 6 5/8. 6 5/8. And so I worry that maybe you won't be able to follow and cut every time. So I just want to show you with glow line tape. Okay, go to the ruler 6, and then you see 7. And over on the sides, you see these little 1/8 inch marks. So you hit it every time. You turn your ruler upside down and use glow line tape and find 5/8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you line up 5/8, the tape right under 5/8. Got it? You got it. Okay, that is a weird measurement, huh? Yeah. Okay, so now you have 6 5/8 inch marked. Now that line goes right on your stitches. Right on your stitches, okay? See, it's right under there. So there's just a little bit hanging out. So you just trim it. Ta-da! And you cut off your tips on both ends. First you let them hang out, then you cut them off. Okay? And then you set the seam, open, and press. And this should be a 6 5/8 inch square. Perfect, right? Okay, so that's for the 12 inch, the big one. And then you can go to the smaller 6 1/2 inch. How many of you have the 6 1/2 inch ruler? Okay, so now it's tricky again. This little guy is squared up to 5 inch. 5 inches. That's easy. No yawning, Orion. I'm doing my best.
Why don't you just use the 9 1/2 both times?
I could have. But you're right. I should have. Yeah. But you can use the 9 1/2 inch ruler too. Thank you. I should have had you proof the pattern before I handed it out. Okay. So this is 5 inches. So then you just go like that. Cut off your tips. Set the seam with the dark on top. And then press it open. Okay? 2 sizes. Is that good? That's good. That's good. And put away all of our rulers. Now, you're going to need fusible interfacing. Light to medium weight, non-woven, fusible interfacing. Have y'all used this? Don't worry, Cindy has it all ready for you. Okay, so this interfacing goes with the 5-inch square. So you just take your interfacing, and you can do it either way. If you just put it right on there, and you make another little template just like you did before, and you line up the diagonal line on the seam. Take your permanent marking pen. I use this one because it's nice and dark and it shows up for you. But you can use, oh man, what did I screw up on the other night? And I wish that I hadn't used such a dark pen, that I would have used something light. But you just need to make it so you can see it. I have to make it so the whole world can see it. All right? Okay, change your feet. Open toe, metal foot, because we're going to sew on this plastic. And there's a couple of things. Okay, one more time. Okay, change your stitch length to 20. That's a small stitch, right? That's a small stitch. Change it to 20. Change your foot, and if you can, make an adjustment on the pressure on your presser foot. And I can just do this with buttons on my baby lock. Right now it's set at 3, but I'm going to reduce the pressure on my foot so that when I sew on the curve, I can go around the seams. Okay? So I just reduced the pressure. I lowered my pressure. Normally it's 3, and I lowered it to 1. Okay, so all we got to do now is put your tongue like this and sew on the line. I wonder, for anybody tuning in, how could they possibly believe or trust a person dressed in a chicken hat? With my tongue sticking out. And right here at this part, you curve, you do a curve.
Can you clip that?
Yes. I can't find any of my tools. That's the problem. Scissors! It came out, right? Okay, and so now I'm on the next one. And see, whenever you lighten the pressure on your foot, see how you can swing it around? Really, it works really good. So you sew both sides, both sides. Now when you do these pieces, you're making mirror image. So it's kind of cool like this when you're on one square and you're opposite each other, you have mirror image, right? Right. Right. Okay, so now just take your fine scissors and trim only 1/8 inch away. And right here, kind of go in close. Ooh. That's good. That's one. There's your seam on the back. And the second one right here. What am I going to do with all those chicken livers?
Poor Benjamin.
I know, Grant came and picked up Benjamin. Okay, get rid of that. And I said, well, I actually wanted to keep Benjamin. Benjamin is our little dog. Okay, watch while I tell you. Take this, open it, pop it with your fingers, pop it with your fingers. And the best tool right now is this point turner, because you can just take this point turner and just roll it around like that. Okay? Just roll it right like that. Good? Well, anyhow, Grant said, oh, there's so many ladies, I shouldn't leave Benjamin. And I said, well, actually, I was going to use Benjamin in the second part of the show, because I thought if I offered Benjamin hearts and gizzards, he's such a particular dog that he would refuse them. And you would all go, oh, thank heavens. I don't have to eat them. Look at that. I just poked in. Cut, retake. I just poked right through. This is very gentle, this fusible interfacing. Be very careful with it, or you will poke it right through. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now, let me see. Was the one that I poked? It is the same one that I sewed on. Lucky. So while I cut this out, do you have any questions? Ask me, ask me. The smooth side up, which I forgot to tell you that, but is it right in your pattern? Does it say place smooth side up? Smooth side up. And it sounds like you're doing it backwards, but it's really the smooth side up because now there is fusing on the back side. Fusing on the back side. So now we've got to take our large triangle, and you see how the opposites go right in this corner, like that. And this one is going to be the opposite, like that. Ah! Ooh! And then you set it with steam, really hard. Down. Good. This has got kind of a funny little poke in it. And I'm just going to... Okay, now. So I don't sew it down yet. Because what I like to do is sew it down after I have a whole circle. So turn to the back side. We want to expose the seams underneath. See? I expose the seams. So just take it down there. Cut this off. Ah! So now, we have 4 of them. So now we're going to take and we're going to turn these around 2 like that. And 3, let me see, 3 like that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And 4 like that. Ah! Is that cute? For hearts and gizzards. And so at this point now, you sew the 4 blocks together. And when this is all one unit, then now you take and you sew around the outside edge. It's a lot easier when you have it all one unit. And let me show you the back side, how that's just trimmed out. And you can match that seam up right in there. Is that perfect? Yes. So you do that cute little mushy thing.
If you were to cut these along a 1/4 inch line and make the part that you cut out very small, would they use them on the 6-inch block? You think?
Maybe. She said, right. She said the part that I threw on the floor, that could you possibly use that? It's gone. Okay, it's kind of little, Brenda. But maybe. See, this is what I threw away. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We can find out. Yes, you can. Do you see the little 6-inch pattern? This is what I threw away. You can trace your template on that. Yes. Yeah, recycle. Recycle. Cool. That's very good. Thank you for reminding me to do that, Brenda. So what do you think? Happy Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness.